Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Where is Chuck? For this first episode, I'm going to explain the concept, and then in the preceding episodes, we'll just go right into the content. I'm going to be virtually taken to a location or an event. I'm going to give you a few clues about it, including the visual, and then you'll have a few seconds to guess where I am or what event I'm attending. And then following that, I will give you the answer and give you a little bit more information about the event or the location. And then hopefully you will have learned a little bit about something that you didn't know about, or perhaps it'll be someplace you've been or an event you've attended, and it will bring back fond memories. Either way, I hope you enjoy Where is Chuck? So, for the first episode, you will see that I'm in front of a large limestone building. It is known as the house that Wilt built. It is named after the father of basketball coaching. And one of the exciting things about this building is it is actually the loudest, has the Guinness Book of World Records record for loudest fan noise. I'll give you a few seconds to guess where I am. And the answer is Allen Fieldhouse. This is a virtual 360 tour of Allen Fieldhouse. As you can tell, it's not set up for games. There are no basketball goals, no fans, and no benches or scores tables. This is what Allen Fieldhouse looks like inside. And the first thing you notice, obviously, is the large Jayhawk at center court, Allen Fieldhouse on the floor. It's James Naismith Court, and there are other historic features of this building. First and foremost, people that have played in this building, not only on the Kansas University team, but other teams that have come here over the years. One of the first things you'll notice is the 5 national championship banners. 3 of them are NCAA championships. The NCAA tournament didn't start until the late 30s, maybe 1939. So the first 2 banners are prior to that era of college basketball. One of the other interesting things in Allen Fieldhouse, among many, get the screen going right, this banner up here, actually it's a sign. It says, "Pay heed, all who enter, beware of the fog." The fog is the nickname for Allen Fieldhouse, and the fog references or refers to its namesake, Dr. Forrest Fogg Allen, who is also known as the father of basketball coaching. He was also a player at the University of Kansas. He played for the inventor of the game and KU's first basketball coach, Dr. James Naismith, and we already saw that the court is named after Dr. Naismith. Incidentally, Dr. Naismith is the only basketball coach at the University of Kansas with a losing record. So you'll notice a lot of banners in the rafters now in Fieldhouse, but unlike a lot of arenas and gyms across the country, you have to win a championship to make it in the rafters. We don't have banners for simply making the tournament. We do have some Final Four banners. We saw the national champion. To see the Big 12 championship banner, there are Big 8 championships. And then over on the south side of the field house, you'll notice a large number of blue banners with numbers. Those are retired jerseys of KU men's basketball players. And then up in the corner, you'll see 3 red banners. Those are 3 retired jerseys for women's basketball players. And the most famous of all is number 31. That's Lynette Woodard. She is still the all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball. A lot of great basketball players have played in this building. Out of this tunnel, the KU women's basketball will enter the court, and then moving around, in this area is where the visiting team will have its bench. The KU men and women have their bench over on this side. And the scores table is here. There's the X for player check-ins. And it's out of this tunnel from where the KU men's basketball team comes on to the court. So now let's look around and see some other interesting areas of Allen Fieldhouse. This is the practice gym. Both the men and women use this facility. Men's basketball coach Bill Self and women's basketball coach Brandon Schneider have offices in the building, and those offices look out onto the court. If you look through these windows, you can actually see the exterior of Allen Fieldhouse. The practice gym is connected with a covered corridor, and if you go out these doors, there's a little vestibule here where the women's basketball players will meet, and maybe the men do as well, but I think they go to a different area. But the women will come out here and meet their fans out in that vestibule between the practice gym and Allen Fieldhouse after games. This is the men's locker room. A lot of interesting areas in here. You can see they have a pretty cool pool table. You'll see some of the pictures of KU greats. Most recently, there's Frank Mason, National Player of the Year from a couple of years ago. And this is the men's locker room. You'll see some of the jerseys they have available to them. Pretty nice locker area. Of course, you've got to watch film on your opponents. This looks like a pretty comfortable place from which to do that. Nice chairs. I'd like one of those in my office. And you need to lounge. Here's plenty of Gatorade, and I'm assuming some healthy snacks over there. You don't have to look too far to find a Jayhawk in Allen Fieldhouse. This is in the hallway outside of the men's basketball offices. This is actually up on the second floor. It's not in Allen Fieldhouse, it's over in the athletic center. But this is a really cool mural about the history of Kansas basketball. You'll see Coach Roy Williams, former Coach Roy Williams. There have only been 8 coaches in the history of Kansas basketball, including Dr. Naismith and Dr. Allen. So it is obviously one of the blue blood programs, storied history, and a lot of that history took place in Allen Fieldhouse. This is the trophy case right outside the men's basketball office. And here's the reception area, some more trophies, pretty comfortable seating area. Now we'll go look at some other areas of the facilities in the Allen Fieldhouse complex, looking through the strength center. We won't spend a lot of time in here. I did want to say something about this facility. This is the training room, and it's named after Dean Nesmith. Dean Nesmith was a longtime trainer at the University of Kansas. In fact, he was trainer for the 1952 national championship team. And the reason it's special to me is I actually know his grandchildren. They grew up in Augusta, which is my hometown. Great support for the student athletes. This is outside the DeBruce Center, and the DeBruce Center is connected to Allen Fieldhouse. It's a great looking building. They've got the statue of Dr. Naismith outside, sitting on the bench with his peach basket and the basketball, and you can take a great photo sitting next to Dr. Naismith on the bench. In the DeBruce Center is a great food court with a lot of options. The athletes, students, and the general public can enjoy the food here and just hanging out. So it's a great facility. Up on the second floor, they have a coffee bar, a mural with some interesting history about the Kansas basketball history. Here's Clyde Lovellette. He was on the national championship team of 1952. A great basketball player and a great man. I actually had the chance to meet him when I was a student at KU, and that was one of the highlights. There's Danny Manning, Dr. Naismith, and Dr. Allen, the father of basketball and the father of basketball coaching. Lynette Woodard. There's a bookstore, and then maybe the most important thing in the field house, the rules of basketball. These are the original handwritten rules of basketball, handwritten by Dr. Naismith, and they are here in the DeBruce Center connected to Allen Fieldhouse. If you push the button, there will be an actual recording of Dr. Naismith talking about the origin of basketball. This is a must see if you're a college basketball fan. And I had the great privilege of actually holding the rules of basketball in a frame before they were enshrined here in Allen Fieldhouse. And so that was a really cool opportunity. One of the other things that's kind of neat in the DeBruce Center is the quotes about Allen Fieldhouse and Dr. Naismith, and just reading a couple of these from some pretty famous folks. Larry Brown has been a or a coach in the pros, in the college level, but he has said, and there's the quote: "There's no better place to coach, there's no better place to go to school, and there's no better place to play." And of course, one of the best players to ever play, Wilt Chamberlain, said, "I'm a Jayhawk, and I now know why there is so much tradition here, and I am very much a part of it and very proud of it, Rock Chalk Jayhawk." And he said those words when his jersey was retired in Allen Fieldhouse. And that takes us back to Allen Fieldhouse. And I mentioned in the intro, Guinness Book of World Records record was set here, and it was for the loudest arena. That took place in 2017 before the KU and West Virginia basketball game. And here's what that looked like.